It's your friend Ashley here, and today I'm just going to show you a quick tutorial, well, fairly quick tutorial on how to use your new website. So there's a couple of ways to log in depending on who you are, and because I've got it set up in your email, I can ignore this bit. I'm just getting your password. So I'm logging in now with your Gmail account. And this takes you to this dashboard here. If you were to log in using another email address that I can set up as an editor, you'll just go straight into where you need to be. But this is kind of like your admin email address, so you got a lot more options here, but a few more danger zones. So this is your site. This is just something I'll delete soon. It's just a kit that I could borrow some things from. But yeah, there's a designer, which is where I go in and what I use, and there's an editor, which is what you should be using. There's also settings here. A few things got to update, like your site icon. What else can you see here? You can see your hosting kit. I've got you on the $20 a month, billed monthly. If you change that to annually, you can get a better rate, and this comes with more than, well, enough of what you need anyway. You can set up redirect links here in case you want to redirect a certain link to a certain place. Editor, this is where I would add on different editors. Maybe your dad wants an account, maybe you want another account, so you just add on an editor here, and they've got access to the editor, which I'll be showing you now, and that's where you make your edits. You got your billing, so you can download your invoices. 3 at the moment whilst I've been developing. SEO, this is something I need to update. This is where I'll be adding in your Google Analytics data. I do want to generate a sitemap, but I'll do all that when I submit it to Google. Forms is where you will, at the bottom here, you'll see your form uploads. Fonts, you want to add any custom fonts in. Backups, so I can see everything that I've been doing quite far back, and I can restore it at a certain point and preview it before in case you make any mistakes. Integrations, yeah, this is where we can actually add some our Google Analytics tracking code actually, among other things that you may or may not want to use. And custom code is just where I put in some custom codes and scripts to help run your site, so you won't need to touch this probably. So yeah, so when you log in to the site, you're going to want to go to the editor, which is here, and this is where you'll be coming in to make all your changes. So this looks a lot different to what I used to design it. This is specifically made for just editing the stuff in the content management system. So if it's a bit slow loading, that's just my connection this morning. Anyhow, you'll get this bar. Let me just bring this up. Bar at the bottom, which is kind of like your menu here. So this is just to take me back to those other pages I saw you on the menu. Then you got pages, collections, and forms, just like that. You'll notice on any page, unless I've set it locked so you can't edit it, you'll be able to edit the contents of pretty much everything really. So if I hover over here, you can see the little pencil icon means I can edit it. So it's as simple as clicking in and editing text. So I'll just delete that, add that. There you go, it's edited, and you can see it tracks all my edits, so I can see what I have done. Even though I put that back, it still recognises a change. So button, I can change the link settings. Where does that go? So that should be into a file. I'll attach that again because I've already got that on file, but you can make these links go to loads of new places, open a new tab, that sort of thing. Yeah, okay, so edit all the text, everything like that. In this background image, of the shapes, everything can be done straight in here. So yeah, really easy. There's an image here, so it's just a case of clicking that image icon, and then you'll be taken to upload a new image to replace it, just like that. So you can actually browse the website normally to get to where you want to edit certain pages, or it's best to use this navigation at the bottom. So again, another example of a page. How we edit loads of the content here, so hopefully really simple. The tents are a little bit different, but we'll get to that in a second. Okay, so let's check out the menu. So pages, here we can see a breakdown of our static pages, and static pages are different to what a collection page is. So a static page is just where there's one instance of that page. So homepage, there's only ever one homepage. Circus Parties page, there's one Circus Parties page, there's one Horror Circus page. Whereas collections, like blog posts, for example, there's you have hundreds of blog posts. They all follow one page design template, but you can have hundreds of them. Same with tents, we've got loads of tents, all following the same template, but you've got loads of them. Whereas pages, it's just one of them, and that's the difference there. As you scroll down this pages bit, it does show you these collections here and their individual pages. Personally, I don't want to access them via this way. I just look at the static pages here, and that's just a way of you going around and finding which page you want to edit, because you might not be able to see them all on these menus. So just a quick way of seeing all the pages in their respective folders and editing that way. So say I wanted to edit the content on Festival Big Top High page, then I'll click there, and then I'm on this page, and I can start making my text edits. If you wanted things moved around the page, that's more of a design job than a content editing job, so you'd need to speak to me about that sort of thing. Okay, collections. So I have set up this pages where you can add in multiple pages. I'm going to tweak it a bit so you got a bit more to go with, but if I look at this about us, at the moment you've just got the name of the page. Check this here so it shows in the main menu. So if I go up here under this explore here, it will just show under this little tab here, so you can put it on the menu. You don't have to though. Subheading, page content, and an optional image gallery as well, so you can drag images in there. But with this bit of main content, you can edit this. Put that back up there. Like a usual text editor, if you click in here and see a plus button, you can add images, videos, embed code, all sorts of things, lists. So you just click here and edit away like that. You can highlight text, make them heading tags, quotes, links, bold, all that sort of thing. So it's a really good, simple little editor there. Yeah, links, and you can choose to link to certain pages in it, so you can just search a page there and it'll bring up any blog post or anything like that as well. So yeah, that's really handy. Cancel that. Okay, and then just dragging in images there for the gallery. So that's pages. So I'll just show you that page, the about us, what that looked like on the front side of things, so you can see. Let me just try and speed up my internet a bit. Okay, this was the page then. So main heading, subheading, and then there's your text in the middle there. And if a gallery is there, then put gallery, and I mean images you had there. I can take this bundling out if you want, or I could maybe even add an option to turn it on and off. Okay, so that's pages. You'll notice the team page is actually set up in the same way. That might be best to get to it this way actually. Pages, team, if you just click this little button here, then it will open up the right page. And the team one is exactly the same setup, but it's got this bit here that appears only on the team page. And you can edit this here, but there's another way to edit the team members as well. Okay, page is done. Close that tab. Big top higher, this is one to ignore really. It's just a way of building a category for each big top higher, which I use to filter on the website, and adding a featured image. A lot of this here I'm going to delete because I was going to set it up in a completely different way, but I went against that. So this will just have the heading and the featured image, and that's all this will eventually be going by the time you see it. So you can ignore big top higher. Tent ranges, you can ignore it as well unless there's a new tent range to be added. Again, it's just a way of filtering down again. Sizes, again, you could probably ignore this as well. This is just where I set up a size, shape, area, and height if it's got king poles and midsections. And this is all this, and this is all used to set up the tents. So the tents, if we click on any one of these, candy bar, you'll see it's looking for that big top higher range, and that goes in here. Looking for the range within there, and that's here. We've got a summary. Sizes, this is where we choose from the sizes that we've already added. And then you've got all your other standard info to add. You can add a video as well if you want. Image gallery. All these specs, if you don't have them, then you don't have to add them, and the website and the front end will compensate for that and only show what there is. So this is where all the spec details go, and if there wasn't one of these here, it just wouldn't show that line, so you don't have to add them at all. So with the tents then, because they're all categorized by these ranges, etc., that's how they're all coming into the similar tents, because it's looking for what's in a similar category. So this is why we've got all these nicely here after this candy bar tent. So if I was to go into red and white tents, below here, this is looking for the strawberries and cream range, and this is looking for the candy range, and again the other ranges. So that's why they're all categorized, so we can arrange them all nicely on the site. They'll go to all the places they need to go. And all you do, all this information here has been brought in from that tent place on this collection. So it's bringing in on that particular page just the summary and the name and the featured image. As you can see here, I can't remember which one it was now, but one of these here. And then on the actual page itself, it will bring in the image again, the summary, and then all the other bits. So just put it in once and it goes to all the places that it needs to be. So yeah, that's tents. Blog posts are obviously the blog posts. If you want to make new ones, by the way, it's just clicking up here, new blog post. You can select multiple if you wanted to archive them or delete them. But let's click on one. Date of blog post. So I put this in here so it could pick up the date as I imported it from WordPress, so it would order it properly. So you can just click on here when you're making a new one and just click in the date that we're on. Post summary, just a short description, and then you got the post, and this is all automatically pinged in from WordPress. We haven't got the images because they were all unlinked, unfortunately. These are the image controls though, however how you can line it up where you want, and you've even got further settings to add in the alt text, change the sizing to precise sizes, and add a link if you want it to click and link to anything. And yeah, this is basically how you edit the blog post text. Add in your main image, you can check if it's featured or not, so it appears on the home page, and this is where we add in all the tags, and the author is just taken from the team members. You can add new tags directly from here by pressing plus, and it should open up a window. Here we go. And that's the same as where I'm about to show you anyway. So there's blog posts. Oopsie. Discard changes there. Yeah, the categories then. So you can add a category here if you didn't add it to the place when you're making a post. And each category has just got a label, color, and label text. So you want to make sure that this text color is readable on top of this color. And when you click the colors, you can see all the colors that I've chosen as part of the brand, if you like. So we've got your main red and yellow, and just the black for the text. But then we've also got all the other colors I've used throughout the site. These teals I've used for the menu. These are bright, so when you hover over this, it will just bring up the brighter colours. And you've got the dark blue, which is used quite a bit, and some others. So they're already here just to click and choose from. So yeah, that's the blog categories. Team members. So this is where we added in your lovely image, name, just a short paragraph to go below, and just a colour that goes around the border of the photograph. So you can just click to replace straight there. Although it's got a link here to the page, I haven't set up anything for individual team member pages because I don't think that was necessary. So these links won't work because I haven't made that space, if you know what I mean. So don't worry about that. Testimonials, I'm actually going to delete that because I was making a category for it, but because they was quite varied in where they were, they're just editable on the pages themselves, so you just click and edit them. When in case studies, this is where you go if you want to add a new wedding on the list. So Kirsty and Will, for example, is just the name, the summary, featured image again, gallery of images, and then a main content of text, the location, and what tents they used, which will just bring up the list of tents. Where are we now? And image galleries. So this is just an easier way of adding galleries to the website. So let's see. So each of these, like circus parties, will be on the circus parties page, and you can add 6 images to the gallery. So it's just a case of deleting and replacing these ones for all of these. So just look at this and you'll see what what the page relates to. Big top higher 2. I have to check that one because I've obviously copied that from Big Top Higher. So I will rename this one as well by the time it gets to you. So that'll be a bit more obvious. So that's all your collections basically. Forms is where somebody obviously fills in the form. You can pick up on all that data. So you can pick up on all that form data directly here. You will get notified, of course, by email anyway with the form, all the form details, but you can come here for a good storage of it. There's some help here, so this is a good way of just getting a few tips. I will grab you some videos from YouTube actually that are really handy on editing at this back end, and then you've got the logout. So basically, it's a bit glitchy sometimes when I'm editing. Just give it a refresh if anything comes up that isn't looking right. But basically, that's it. So it's just finding the page that you want to edit the content on. Click edit site if you just refreshed to load that up again, and then edit away. So clicking on images, text, all that sort of thing to make all your edits to the website that you'll want to make. Okay, I think we're done here now for this quick update. So if you want to log in, I'll give you the links to log in as well. But basically, say that when this is your website link, it'll look different obviously, but you can go on any page and write question mark and then edit, and then that will bring up the login window. I'll give you a link to that anyway, but because I'm already logged in, it doesn't bring that. Oh yeah, when you've finished making your edits to the website, I just deleted the word A and added it back in, but it will show all the edits that you made. Then you can just click publish, and then this will spin around, loading, and then you can click away from here even now, and then done. So it's now on the live website. So that's great. So I guess the beauty of this is it's just super clean. There's no plugin page to update hundreds of plugins that power everything. So hopefully it's a nice editing experience for you. And yeah, I'll leave it there. Thanks for watching.